know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today Aquarius, you guys got Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around, number 41. Scorpio also got this. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, check it out. But I don't think that you and Scorpio have the same message, because Scorpio had this in reverse. And it was also like they weren't understanding something, whereas I get you are getting it. You are getting this lesson. Because a 5 kind of speaks of a lesson to me. It's something, maybe you can call it like a life lesson. Life is trying to teach you something. And you can see here with the speaker, it's very loud, it's very clear. But it's like, are you seeing it? In Aquarius, you are. You have victory here with leadership. I feel like you are seeing it and you are receiving the messages. 44, that's a number of communication. So I feel like the divine is trying to kind of lead you in a direction or show you something, and you're seeing it. And the lesson that Nightingale talks about is, do you see how everything around you is full of love? Do you see how everything around you works together? Do you see, all the beauty around you? You don't have to search outside yourself for anything. The universe, is providing it for you. And I'm getting here that, yeah, you are getting it though with victory. You are understanding it. Let's pull more on this. I'm getting Aquarius that you guys, it's not that this is an easy time, okay? It's not that this is an easy time. First of all, let's get that straight. Just because the lesson is there and you see it and you're getting it doesn't make it easy. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that everything's going to be easy. And I'm just getting there are things going on here that are not necessarily going to be easy at all. You might have somebody leaving your life with the 3 of Pentacles, or you might be leaving someone's life with the Heaven and Earth here in reverse. I'm also getting with the Heaven and Earth in reverse. Some of you guys, you didn't understand something before and now you see it, but you didn't understand it at this time, and that's why this is not here. I feel like this might have something to do with a person. I'm just getting that you are in a time of a 5. It's not easy what you're going through right now, but you will be victorious in what you do. But this kind of takes you having to kind of step out and do something. That's what I'm getting. So to get past this 5, you have to do something in order to step past the 5. Do you know what I'm saying? To get here, basically, to integrity. It's so weird. I always pull one last card. And I didn't. I feel like that's for a reason, so I'm not going to pull it. But yeah, to get to this, integrity and the 6 of Cups, you have to do something here with leadership. I kind of feel like things might not be falling into place the way that you want it to. You might not be feeling victorious. You might be feeling wow, everything's a disaster. It's a mess. But actually, this is good, because it's kind of reminding me of have you guys ever seen Better Call Saul? I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it basically is how somebody's challenged so much throughout their life, but they still persevere. Do you know what I'm saying? And even though he's a lawyer and they take away his license, he still has to come up with half of his rent. He side hustles. You know what I mean? He's always very is it ingenuitive? That's not a word. He's a smart person. He knows how to get what he needs. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. And it's there's so many challenges put in front of him, and he's able to overcome every single one of them. And that's what I'm getting from you right now. You have to overcome something right now I think it could be in the realm of love. But it's all encompassing. That's what I'm getting. It's all encompassing. It has to do with your character, with integrity. So I kind of want to pull more on this, but I definitely am getting here that this is a good thing, because this is going to kind of wake you up in a sense to doing things maybe differently, or doing things, it's kind of like if you're, I don't want to say this because it's like sad, but like it's kind of like if your dad passes away and you're like the man of the house, right? You're not prepared to be the man of the house. You're not prepared to be anything close to that, but it puts you in this position where you either, it's like a make or break moment kind of, you know, it's like, you know, you either are able to get through this and you kind of show up, or you don't. And that's what's happening right now. It's like you're going to have to show up, Aquarius. And I see you doing well, because you do have the Six of Cups and integrity here. So I see you doing well. I think integrity is what they've been waiting for. Like the divine has been waiting for you to step into this role. It's like, again, through extreme challenges, I feel like that's when like the true character of yours can shine through. So I do see a challenge here for sure. Like it's not an easy road, what's happening with your life at all right now. But I am getting that like this is what like makes you who you are. Let's pull more. Okay, I don't know who you are in this scenario, if you're the masculine or the feminine, but I have a masculine here as King of Wands, and I have a feminine here, Queen of Pentacles. So I have an Aries, Leo, Sag here for masculine, and for feminine, I have Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, now I know we're doing Aquarius's read, but maybe you have fire in your chart, maybe you have Earth in your chart. You're gonna have to go by the energy, but this is the two signs that they gave me, okay? I'm not getting any third-party shit here, so this is like, you're either this person or this person, and that's it. All right. I'm seeing here for somebody here, like for someone here, they're going to be in a Five of Pentacles. Someone here is being left out in the cold. Someone here. While the other person is leaving in integrity to find a new love. So I'm getting for somebody here, I'm getting for both of you that I think this relationship was meant to teach both of you something very big. And with the Six of Cups, that talks about kind of like a soul contract in my mind. So I feel like there's a contract here between the two of you to learn a lesson. And I'm wondering, I feel like I get the message, I get the energy of the person leaving, right? Because the relationship, obviously, like someone here was confused, right? With Seven of Cups and Seven of Swords, this is like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I need. I don't understand what I don't know which one to choose. I have too many options. I'm confused. Like there's too many things in front of me at this time. I can't make a decision, right? So maybe I'll be sneaky about it. Maybe this is like maybe holding on to somebody, texting them, you know, once a month and seeing how they're doing, texting them every 2 months to see how they're doing. You know what I mean? Like just very sporadically to keep them around, but at the same time not choosing them, right? Because Seven of Cups is like right before you make the choice, looking at your options. So I feel like somebody here, they didn't maybe choose. They kept their options open. And for keeping your options open, this implied like sneakiness. This implied Seven of Swords, being deceitful, being tricky. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can see why someone wants to leave. Because obviously this collaboration between the two of you wasn't healthy. I mean, this is not a healthy relationship. And I kind of got this in someone else's read where it's like Five of Swords in reverse is like, I don't mean to be sneaky. I don't mean to steal all your shit, but at the same time, I'm doing it anyway, right? Like I'm in the position to do it and you're giving me all your energy. So why not just kind of leech off you? You know what I'm saying? Or you're allowing me to leech off you. So why not just do it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come with those intentions to leech off you, but because you're still here, right? Like, let's just say this is you. You're an option here, right? You're remaining an option. So if you're going to remain an option for me, then why not just keep you? Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like for somebody here, this is like, well, I don't want to remain an option. I'm leaving. Okay. And that's why someone is leaving with their integrity. It could be the feminine because this is the Empress, right? And then someone else here with the Heaven and Earth in reverse is going through the opposite. Like I'm telling you, this energy is so weird because I had a reading just like this with the same exact cards with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It could have been Sagittarius' read, which makes sense because we do have King of Wands in reverse. It was definitely not Virgo's. It could have been Sag. who had this read. So if you're dealing with a Sag or fire sign, this could be for you. But I'm just getting here like this is the other person's energy, right? 9 of Swords. I'm anxious. I can't sleep. I didn't put any work into this. This person might try to make some sort of advance now. Like, I wasn't putting any work, but please don't go. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're being left out in the cold. I'm going to say that the feminine is the one leaving because the feminine's upright, right? And the masculine is in reverse. So if I had to say who's leaving this relationship, it's probably the feminine. Looking for a new love, while the masculine, they're meant to learn something here. But do you see what I'm saying? There's a lesson here. There was a lesson in this like relationship. The funny thing is, I think that this was completed the way it was supposed to be completed. Like, how do I explain it? It's like the best possible outcome of what could have happened here. Because worst case scenario would have been this feminine stuck around in the shitty environment with the shitty person and was just like, yeah, I'll just let you take my energy and treat me like an option. So like that, and then the masculine's like, oh, the masculine doesn't learn anything, the feminine doesn't learn anything, right? The feminine doesn't stand up for themselves and walk away. The masculine doesn't make a decision. So now I feel like the masculine won't make this mistake again of wasting anybody's time, of being like, I'm confused, I don't know what to choose here. Obviously, there's a lot at stake here with heaven and earth in reverse. This was like something that could have been really beautiful. But I think actually, obviously, best case scenario would have been like these two work things out, these two like fall in love, and you know, everyone's happy and that's it. You know what I mean? But in the spiritual realm, I feel like when they talk about a lesson or when they talk about like learning something, it's very different. So like I feel like would say that this is a victory. You might not think it's a victory because you're the one going through the shit. You're the one that maybe was stuck with a partner who was shitty and sneaky for 7 is here twice, maybe 7 months, 7 years, I don't know. But yeah, it's like you're gone, feminine's gone. The masculine is now going to feel what it feels like to be left out in the cold, to be rejected. Like, they're going to feel the consequences of their actions. And that's honestly, again, they are telling me that's best case scenario. Best case scenario is that both people learn something. Yeah, this is literally the same, I think, as Sagittarius. Ace of Pentacles. I think this is a good lesson for both people because I feel like the feminine is looking for a different type of love, someone that doesn't just make them an option, right? And it's just choosing them. And the masculine is never going to take something that the divine gave to them and just throw it away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they did with this feminine. So I honestly feel like this is a victory. And I think it shows a lot by the feminine. By being a leader, the feminine was the leader here. Because the feminine was the one that walked away. And it was because they respected themselves with integrity. Yeah, you see? Like, when it comes to this relationship, there's no more blockages here. But the funny thing is, like, of course there's no more blockages. These two are not together anymore. But at the same time, if these two could have stayed together in this toxic shit for a really long time. So I'm actually glad that this is, like, over. Even though, like... It's, again, I told you in the beginning of the read, this wasn't an easy thing. Like, this was not, just because, like, there's beautiful energy of victory and leadership doesn't mean that, like, there wasn't a big lesson here and there wasn't a lot of trials and there wasn't a lot of toxicity. All right, I'm going to be very honest here. I would not, like, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like the way this reading is ending because I was like, okay, so what's next for the masculine? The masculine's going to have a celebration. The masculine's going to... 3 of Cups could be reuniting with someone. 10 of Pentacles is like finding your family, finding your... Basically long-term. This is a long-term card. So I feel like in the long run, this teaches the masculine something very valuable, which is like... Again, shit or get off the pot, right? Like, you don't toy with people's emotions, you don't waste people's time, you don't use people, you don't treat people like an option. Like, that's teaching the masculine a lesson, and I'm seeing that it's a fucking good ass lesson, because the only way you can get to a 10 of Pentacles is if you learn this lesson. Do you know what I'm saying? The only way you can reunite or even get into a relationship is if you know this lesson. Like, next time when I have all these cups present, I know exactly which one I'm going to choose. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a very valuable lesson for this masculine, because again, it enables them for, in a long-term situation, to be very sturdy, to be very someone you could depend on, and not someone that is like just clowning around wasting everybody's fucking time, right? Then for the feminine, I'm like, what's next for the feminine? This is where I kind of don't like this. Page of Cups means an apology. So it could mean that someone from the past is coming back to this life. It could, into this feminine's life. It could honestly mean that this person will come back in this feminine's life one day. I'm kind of getting that vibe, unfortunately. Like, I don't really want to see these two together, to be honest, just because I feel like they were meant to teach each other a very valuable lesson. I personally feel like it's really hard to go back to somebody. I think it's easier to just start fresh, whatever. They are saying that there is potential for this person to come back into this feminine's life because of the lesson that they've learned. With the Eight of Wands, we have it again here, like communication coming in. Somebody, again, this is the exact opposite energy of what the masculine was before. I feel like the masculine before was non-communicative, toxic, right? Like, not trying to make a decision, not trying to say, not trying to make moves, you know what I mean? Just kind of sitting there. And now it's like the opposite energy. I'm not resting. I want to talk to you. I have a lot to say. And I want to work together. Three of Pentacles. Again, the same card, Three of Pentacles. So that's what I'm saying. I think that this could come back around, and it won't be toxic like it was before with the Devil in reverse. So yeah, they are saying like this has the potential to come back around. But I'll be really honest, guys. I don't know for when this is. Like, I'm not foreseeing. I'm not a fucking, I can't see the future here. Yeah. I'm definitely getting, though, like, there's potential for this person to come back into your life if you're the feminine. And if they do come back into your life, they're not going to be the toxic piece of shit that they were with the Devil in reverse and the Hangman. This is like all the cards of all the cards of movement, right? Four of Swords is like, I'm not waiting around anymore. Hangman in reverse, I'm not waiting around anymore. Toxic shit is gone. Devil in reverse. So I'm going to tell you something, like, I think this was a very valuable lesson. Yes, I do see potential for these two coming back together in the future. That's not to say that it will. I'm just saying that, like, because of this lesson, the masculine is able to finally, like, be a good person in a relationship. But I do see the feminine wanting new love. I mean, Ace of Cups means new love. So again, I personally see these two kind of deviating, but I mean, it's up to you what you guys decide, right, in your lives. So yeah, let's pull you guys some advice. Yeah, so see, I feel like with Kali coming out, this is how serious the lessons that needed to be learned were here. The Mother of the Universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. I feel like that's the lesson for the feminine. Like, learning how to release someone who's not serving them. Releasing someone who is toxic. Releasing someone who doesn't deserve to be in their presence. Do you know what I'm saying? And that takes leadership. That takes Empress energy. That takes knowing that you can have better and not being in fear, right? So it's a big lesson for this feminine. And then for the masculine, it's time to be the truth of who I am. I feel like for the masculine, I don't even think this person knows who they are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're faced with a Seven of Cups and you don't know what you're doing, like me personally, aside from Libra, which is a joke, ha ha ha, who can never decide, it's a joke, guys. I honestly feel like if I presented you guys right now with two options, let me like think of two things really quick. Would you rather go to the beach, or would you rather go to like a snow cabin and snowboard, right? Or ski, right? If I asked you guys which one would you want, right? Like, I feel like you guys can answer me in like literally 5 seconds, right? Beach, right? Done. Easy. Done. Let's just say I present to you guys with like 5 options instead of 2, right? Okay, so which one, like, what food do you want? You know what I mean? Like let's just say I put more options out there for you. If you know yourself and you know what you're doing, then this isn't a hard fucking, it's not like a test, it's not a quiz, it's just an easy choice. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I want that, or oh, I want that. And maybe there'll be two that you're like kind of, I might want this or that, or oh, I can kind of go either way. But you'll be pretty decisive if you know yourself well. You know what I mean? And you know what you want. And I think for this masculine, this is about them getting to know themselves, getting to know like who they are as a person. So it's like, if you're not a fully developed person, like, again, you can be 80 and not be fully developed in terms of like knowing yourself. So I feel like for the masculine, the lesson is really like getting to know themselves, because this shouldn't have been so hard, but it really was something that was so hard, because I don't feel like this masculine knows who they are. They don't know themselves well enough to know what's the best option for me. And that's why they came off as this sneaky, piece of shit. But they're gonna learn, and I think karma is on the feminine side here, because they're sitting in a 5 of Pentacles, while I feel like the feminine will go into new love. So again, learning lesson, but for the feminine it was releasing what didn't serve them, and for the masculine it's like figuring out who they were. So yeah, this is a 5. This has definitely been like a not an easy road, but I think the two, at the end of the day, the divine looks at this as a victory for both. So I love you guys. I hope that this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.